With YouTube attacking alternative media, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon for just $1 per month. Link below.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And I have to say, I think this is a good week if you are a literature fan, if you are a fantasy novel fan, especially if you like stuff like Narnia, which is now getting its own set of TV series and films from Netflix. This, of course, coming a day after we find out that Amazon has picked up the rights to the Wheel of Time series, and I think a lot of sci-fi fantasy nerds kind of blew their load at that one. But this one should make a lot of those other fans really excited too. Maybe not load-blowing worthy, but definitely excited. So let's see what it has to say here. Netflix has closed a multi-year deal with the C.S. Lewis Company to develop new series and film projects based upon the Chronicles of Narnia. Now, this is interesting to me because we just caught wind a couple months ago that Disney was going to be doing, or maybe Fox, it was going to be Fox, was going to be doing what now actually by the time it comes out, it's going to be Disney, so it's the same damn thing. The fourth film in the Chronicles of Narnia series. Now, we know that they've done the three starting in 2005 with Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and then 2008 for Prince Caspian, which I feel was ultimately very underrated. Then you had The Silver Chair, which was not very good, but it still came out and did some stuff in 2010. And then they're doing this new one, but it's been so long that obviously they're not going to have the same actors. They're not going to, they're going to adapt it in a different way, but this is going to be something that's going to follow in line with the books. Now, the books are actually really good for the way the movies have handled it, because not every character is the same. It's not like all of the Frank L. Baum Wizard of Oz novels where Dorothy always finds the worst possible, most tragic way to travel back to Oz, because she is seriously the worst luck of anyone ever in literature. And so now we get to see this happening with Narnia. And I'm cool with that. Give me a TV series based upon these books, because I think we're going to get a lot more in depth with them and a lot more interesting. Now, the question is, how heavy are they going to rely on the Christian aspect of it? And I only bring that up because you've got the BBC right now working on His Dark Materials. They were going to do the 8-episode series that I think was going to cover at least the first book. I thought at first all 3 books, but apparently it's just going to be the first book because they ordered a season 2. So, and that has a pretty big cast. So you've got that. And that deals with the idea of going and killing gods. So we're going to get some competing narratives in this regard. Anyway, it says here, under the pact, Netflix, working with Entertainment One, will develop stories from across the Narnia universe into series and films, with E1's Mark Gordon as well as Douglas Gresham and Vincent Sieber serving as exec producers for the series. Netflix is the studio, which means Netflix calls all the shots, which is actually, I think, going to be really good because they give the people freedom. The deal marks the first time that rights to the entire 7 books of the Narnia universe will be held by the same company. Because if you remember, it was Walden Media that had them back in the day, and they must have let the contract lapse simply because they hadn't done anything with it since 2010. Now it says here, C.S. Lewis's beloved books, or Chronicles of Narnia stories, have resonated with generations of readers around the world, says Ted Sarandos, the CEO or the CCO of Netflix. Families have fallen in love with characters like Aslan and the world of Narnia, and we're thrilled to have their home for years to come. Of course, it makes sense. You're going to want to go and tell these kind of stories, these long tales that need to be adapted. It goes on to say here that it's wonderful to know that folks from all over are looking forward to seeing more of Narnia, and that the advances in production and distribution technology have made it possible for us to make Narnian adventures come to life all over the world. Netflix seems to be the very best medium in which to achieve this aim, and I'm looking forward to working with them towards this goal. And this is coming from Douglas Gresham, who is the stepson of C.S. Lewis. So they're working directly with the family. Very similar to how Jeff Bezos personally negotiated with the Tolkien estate in order to get the rights to Lord of the Rings. So what we're seeing now is I think dollar signs, to be honest with you. I think we're seeing dollar signs. I think as much as I think Douglas Gresham has probably the best intentions, homie wants to get paid. Homie wants to get paid. He wants the family to get paid, and Netflix will come in and pony up as much as probably Bezos paid for Lord of the Rings, considering the popularity of Narnia, if done correctly, has the ability to rival Lord of the Rings in regards to just, I believe, the story and the setting and because they were friends anyway, right? Like C.S. Lewis and Tolkien were friends. So that's going to be, again, an interesting rivalry between that. Anyway, so with the deal, Netflix is looking to build a Narnia cinematic universe that encompasses film and TV in the vein of Star Trek and Marvel, whose franchises cross over between mediums. The idea originated with E1 and its president and chief content officer for film and TV. Via his Mark Gordon company, he made a deal with the C.S. Lewis company in 2013 for a fourth Narnia feature. Okay, so that is when the fourth Narnia feature, that must have been after Walden Media lost the rights to it, and then he came in and did this. But they set it down for 5 years. That's a long time. So following the MGC's acquisition by E1, it was announced in 2016 that Sony and E1 would finance and distribute the feature. Was it really 2 years ago that they announced that? I feel like that could be a long time ago. I have no idea. But I'm glad Sony's not touching. I think we all can agree. Was it the Dark Tower? We all can agree. Ghostbusters 2016. We all can agree. So anyway, it says here, instead, Gordon and Chief E1 Strategy Officer Peter Maselli felt there was a bigger opportunity in building the film TV Narnia universe. They got the C.S. Lewis company on board and took the package, accompanied by an elaborate vision presentation to the marketplace, eventually landing at Netflix. I love this here. Sony's not involved in the project, and everyone is happy about that. Saying here, Narnia is one of those rare properties that spans multiple generations and geographies. E1 and I are excited to be collaborating with the C.S. Lewis company and Netflix, who have the capacity to translate the Narnia universe into both stellar feature-length and episodic programming. We cannot wait to get started on the multiple productions we hope to undertake. And so, yeah, it goes on to say here that with the Chronicles of Narnia, Netflix is getting major fantasy franchise as rival Amazon is bulking up the genre, including the ordering of high-profile Lord of the Rings TV series in a mega deal with the Tolkien estate. And you could kind of see that that's what they're alluding to, that there is very much the desire, really, to rival Amazon in that regard. But this one paragraph here that I looked over, it does talk about how much money the movies have made. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, and The Voyage of Dawn Treader have a combined worldwide gross of over $1.5 billion. And a majority of that, I believe, came from Chronicles of Narnia. The first one, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because Prince Caspian came out the third week of May 2008. It was I'm not kidding you. It was Iron Man, Speed Racer, Narnia, and Indiana Jones. Or it might have been Indiana Jones and Narnia. No. Yeah, I think it was Indiana Jones and Narnia. So it was a packed month in 2008. And again, Memorial Day weekend, it just kind of failed. It couldn't keep up with how big Iron Man was. Also, Indiana Jones, Speed Racer crashed and burned, which is unfortunate. I do blame actually Iron Man for that more often than not. But that being said, with Netflix picking this up and working directly with the company, or with the rights holders of the property, the C.S. Lewis company, we're going to see a more authentic take on Narnia, a more authentic take on Aslan. And all I hope, and I know this is going to sound stupid, but all I hope is they get Liam Neeson to come back and voice Aslan. Like, that's all I want. That's all I want at this point. Just let it happen. That'd be fantastic. I think I'm not alone on that one too. He was great. And bring back Peter Dinklage. He'll be open for some work here pretty soon. But he's going to be a hot commodity considering his recent Emmy win. So now is the time to bring him back into the fold. If you don't remember, he actually played the dwarf in Prince Caspian. It's just as a that's why I brought it up. Anyway, Narnia is going to be great. I don't know about you. I'm going to go listen to the Chronicles of Narnia from Lonely Island right now, and leave you guys to leave your comments below. If you made it this far in the video, be sure to toss it a thumbs up. That really does help out. As well as type in Narnia in the chat so I know you guys made it. I will definitely talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.